Morning, fellow zombies. How's your emotional state and your sleep state right now? Mine's screwed up because I screwed up a video at this point. And not to mention we had the 4th of July fireworks terrorizing my dog and me last night, all the way up until midnight. 6:46 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It is July 4th, 2023 for the Tuesday. We were John C. of Rosamond, California. Or if you want to say it, the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which would be me. Yeah, closest thing I got to a bicentennial shirt, color wise. But no, I am not doing the red, white, and blue. I've got an issue with the red, white, and blue. I've got an issue with the American people and also voters out there who keep voting for the same idiots and they think it's a freaking game. I saw some of the videos that they posted out there in social media. And the clips are indeed irritating, especially when you go to a maggot rally. My God, they do come out and reproduce like flies. They like the idea of losing our freedoms and rights because they think they're going to keep themselves nice, safe, protected, and laughing about it while drinking their damn booze. They think it's a party. You lose your intellectual freedom. You lose your actual freedom. You lose the choice of reading books, of going to an education, a university to get an education. Or worse than that, if you're going to be a drug user, you're going to be probably put to death because sanctimonious wants you that way. State of Florida is trying to make this kind of stand that every other Trumplicant state out there who's red is going to be probably doing the same damn thing because they want to maintain that level of animosity. What used to be life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. It's like hunker down, idiots, because we're telling you to do so. And here's the stuff to be afraid and angry about. Blame your other neighbor at this point over here, because this is what America's all about now. As if we were living in enough darkness as it is. But now we got more idiots out there trying to tell us how we're supposed to be living our life and in which way. Well, we're breaking it down, aren't we, boys and girls? We're really breaking it down because now I don't know what the hell we are anymore. And I'll say it again, and like I said in my other videos, we are like the Roman Empire, okay? We are the Roman Empire of the modern age of our times. Back then, in the ancient times, if you were a Roman person, you didn't actually feel it, except maybe if you were part of the establishment. And then you felt, I am a Roman. I can walk in my Roman Empire world and not feel persecution because if they persecuted me or harmed me or wronged me, I can draw the full ire of the Roman Empire. How dare they? Well, the usual Roman citizens out there, not to mention the slaves, didn't feel this damn thing. They didn't, because only the aristocracy and the idiots out there who kept with the elitism in their damn heads. We got the same damn thing over here in our time, in our century. It has grown and grown and grown. Actually, since last 20th and 21st century, we got it in. So now we got this cultural elitism going on. I'm an American. I can walk anywhere I want and you can't hurt me. Because if you do, you'll be suffering the wrath of my country. Sounds familiar to the ancient Roman times, doesn't it? You study history enough and certain aspects of it come out and just say, do you understand? I'm like, yeah, I understand. Because now we're doing it. We're doing it to each other right now. We are telling each other that we are an empire to be reckoned with, an empire to be feared. We are an empire. And yet we got Russia to deal with, and we got China to deal with. The two other major empires has been keeping us in check. But we got our haughtiness. We got our egos running at this point. And we got international messes happening all over the damn place. China with their damn expansion of their waters and their territory out there. And if we don't recognize it, we're still going to be running into issues. And if we happen to recognize it, we're like, yay! Now it's our territory because they finally said something about it. And we're not going to say that damn shit, are we? And in Europe, it's been rumored, and if it's been confirmed, we are really in for it, that Putin wants a long-term war. He'll start off with Ukraine and work his way in other territory. He's already been at it for over a year and some change, trying to destroy people's lives and the landscape left and right because he's Putin. I am the Putin. I am Russia. These people, they fear the Putin because I am Putin. It's almost bad enough of hearing the old Brenner doing. They will listen to me. I am Egypt. And schmucks like me have to call him in on it. Like, who the hell are you schmucks? Who the hell are you assholes? It's bad enough we had to be assholes to the British a long time ago. And we told these guys, look, you guys are being unfair at this point over here. We need representation every time you keep doing a tax hike because we need to tell you, no. But no, you considered us a second-class citizen, so what did you expect us to do? We threw you a paper. We told you what the hell was going on. We told you what we wanted. You said on that one. You're still second-class citizens. We're still going to do what we got to do. Two major long-ass conflicts. Until finally Britain got the idea. The English Isle finally got the idea. The royalty finally got the idea. Don't screw around with the colonists. But we had our debts, and we're still trying to pay them off to this day. Never gets any better. These days, we're still trying to deal with what's going on. And it's hard as hell. We could celebrate our independence like crazy, but we are still a dependent nation in our heads and in our hearts. We are dependent upon the mistakes we keep making left and right because we don't learn them. We don't want to learn them. We think we know everything. That's the problem with our arrogance and our hubris and our egos running at full max. It's no wonder we're not nuked yet. So yeah, you can do your fireworks and try to burn down the country if you want to. Hell, I tried to do that in my neighborhood ever since we had the season for July 4th coming up, and that was like about 1 or 2 months ago. They got in their fireworks from different places and started lighting up the neighborhood. And we haven't got enough manpower to take it out. Tonight's tonight, and after that, for the next week or two. And we're going to be hearing the remnants of the fireworks being gone off. But I'm not looking forward to this. Am I patriotic? Am I feeling patriotic? Am I supposed to be feeling patriotic? My question is, for what? I know, it's treasonous and it's traitorous language. Oh, you belong back in the past where England's... No, because I sure as hell didn't like a lunatic at that point, and a parliament that didn't want to listen to us in the first place. And now we voted in our own current state, elected officials who really don't want to listen to us, but they want to tell us that this is how it's going to be. You're going to listen to fear, paranoia, and everything else going on. Because we don't want the country to continue growing. We think it's going to grow, but no, we're so screwed up we don't even know what we want, except we want now. No, we are the generations of the toddler brains. Kids that don't understand what the hell's going on and don't want to learn. So yeah, I'm spanking America. I'm spanking America in its butt. You guys don't pay attention. You guys don't learn. We're going to get ourselves into another civil war if we're not careful with it. If we're not there already. It's one thing when we had two opposing armies back in 1860. And we had 5 or 6 states saying that we had enough. We don't want union control. We don't want what union imposes upon us. We want our freedom to impose our control and control of the slaves. We just want things back the way they were. Unions say we want a union. States still have their control, but every human being has a right to be a human being, not being a slave. We can hear the emancipation speech from Lincoln every single time. But it doesn't sink into the American spirit these days. Because now we're listening to the voices of the Trumplicans who's saying one thing and another thing and another thing, and it goes completely to what we've learned in our history as a country and in the world. So if there is going to be a civil war, we already got it going, boys and girls. We got one president who's desperate, trying to put the country back together again. Hell, we need another Lincoln in here. That's what we need. But even Lincoln would be driving himself crazy because of how far and how nuts our country has gotten. We still got good, decent people out there who claim that they are for the law and order, but hopefully not going to the extreme of it. No, we got other people trying to do that for us. So yeah, this morning's July 4th rant is probably going to be timeless for me as it is. We are ruled by corporate rules, corporate media. We're ruled by fear, paranoia, and people running around without their heads. Almost literally. People are trying to tell me that this form of religion is the only form of religion you need to believe in because everything else is bunk. Well, so much for pluralism. And if you don't believe in this stuff, you're a traitor. Well, then I'm a dirty, rotten traitor. I'm a dirty, rotten, sorry son of a bitch traitor at this point over here. Should I be putting up a snake out there? You know, a snake flag with the 13 original colonies on the damn thing? With a quote on it that says, "Don't tread on me"? Now, either that will appease or piss off the Trumplicans out there. As for everybody else who really doesn't give a shit, they're going to get plowed under one way or another. Because the culture will change on them drastically enough to where it's going to get even worse. We want things status quo, according to the conservatives. Well, not so much. We wanted lesser government. Instead, we want bigger government, according to these GOP Trumplicans out there, who want more control and more authority of people and what they do and what they say. All in the name of what? Their version of America? Are we now supposed to be wearing identical emblems and clothing and finally do a salute? To the point where every damn veteran out there who've been fighting, the problem is some of those veterans will be wanting that as well. The older generation have already passed on or be screaming in heaven and moaning in their graves and in the ash urnals, asking our generation, our time right now, why? They fought and died to protect our freedom, our liberty, and we threw it away because we were stupid enough to do so. We fought a major war in the 40s against fascism. We had the so-called communist scare happening, and it tore our peninsula country in two. There was another war out in another um, Southeast Asian country that we lost a hell of a lot more than what we did in World War II. We're still singing songs and listening to that one, both pro and con. It was bad enough that we actually had a 20-year war on terrorism, and we got the terrorists still in our country. We look in the mirror and we're them. We're them. We don't care about our neighbors anymore. Am I sounding too radical for you? How's your butt now? Am I smacked it too much? Is it red? It's not enough. Because the pain has got to go through to your centers in the head to make you realize we are repeating and repeating and repeating. We cannot keep blaming people. We have to accept responsibility, accountability, and be transparent about it. We have to be honest. But we can't do that if we're constantly blaming everybody else, which doesn't get anything done. Not one damn thing. How does this help you? How does this help me? If we keep ourselves together, if we understand why we kept fighting like crazy, we wanted something better. We were striving for something better, but then we got sidetracked by listening to con men who told us to go hate your neighbor. There was a Billy Jack movie out there, the original Billy Jack. One Tin Soldier Rides Away. That song in the early 70s was a constant theme out there. I think it was back in the mid 70s. Early mid 70s. My brother and I watched a movie over at the Walk-In Theater in Van Nuys Boulevard. Seeing it for the first time. My brother and I watched it. I didn't understand one damn thing. But we went to a movie just to be entertained. My brother got the message. I wish I had back then. By listening to the music of One Tin Soldier Rides Away. Tom Laughlin played the character Billy Jack. Second movie in his career. Married his co-star. And they had a life. In the Billy Jack series, we're showing this one American native who went through the Vietnam War, came back a changed person, and saw it changed America, trying to fight for the rights of those who were oppressed a bit. People's ideas and cultures of war and not stoicism, their enforcement of their rules and their rights upon everybody else. Sometimes the writers of those times, besides talking about and discussing and showing what they're going through in a format we can understand as an audience, they resonate generation after generation after generation to the point where either we're getting it or we're still ignoring the whole damn thing all over again. We much prefer the flash and dance of Star Wars instead of reality check tossed in our damn faces half the time. I guess we really are stupid as Americans. We don't pay attention, we don't learn. We repeat the same damn mistakes, and we wonder how come things aren't doing so well. We wonder how come there's so much violence in the world, how much hatred, how much ugliness. Well, we did it to ourselves. We didn't pay attention in class. When the teacher asked, did we have any questions, did we raise our hands to ask the question, why? and pestered the poor teacher until she went crazy. No, we kept our mouths shut, didn't we? We thought we knew better. We should have asked questions. We should be asking questions more. But no, they think ignorance is bliss. Well, ignorance is dangerous sometimes. Knowledge may lead to sorrow because we understand the lessons of what the things we screwed up with and things we should have done better. Decisions to be made. Not these days. No, we gave up on ourselves. We gave up on everybody else. What the hell are we supposed to do? I wear this shirt because it's got the red, white, and blue colors on it. It was supposed to represent something a little bit more nobler than our damn country. A futuristic way of looking at things. I might as well burn this shirt in effigy. If I had a red, white, and blue shirt, I'd probably burn that one in effigy. Because those are an affront. If we truly understood what the hell we were fighting for long ago in those other wars, if we truly wanted the idea of America to be the land of the free and home of the brave, then we have got to fight for that damn thing one way or another. Not fighting each other or fighting among ourselves. But we're supposed to be banding together. Differences in cultures may be different like crazy. We may be in some kind of mixed up line, but at least we can draw upon our courage and face what is driving us nuts. Why we have the tension, why we are violent towards each other. Fear and paranoia. Someone else's bullshit. We have to hold on to our ideas and precedents. We have to challenge them every generation. Do they actually mean a damn thing to me, or is America lost? Prove me wrong, America. Prove to me that you actually do care about our ancestry, our history. Despite all the madness we have inflicted upon everybody else, there was supposed to be something noble. There was supposed to be something that we can hold on to. Not to make us Pax Romans or Pax Americanus. That makes us citizens of the United States of America. And be proud of that shit. Prove me wrong, America. Be better.